Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football pundits around the world, it's your boy Adam here live on Couch Sports Football. And it's Premier League action, ladies and gentlemen. Tottenham taking on Fulham at Craven Cottage. Chicken Cottage today. How are we all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Diggs today in the chat. Welcome, 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 my brother. How are we doing? How are we doing? The game's delayed today. It's not an 8 o'clock kickoff today. It's 8:15 today due to local traffic issues over in that side of London. What side of London is Fulham? I don't even know. Let's see. Fulham is... So south side? Craven Cottage. So west side? Is that what you're saying? West side? East side, west side, west side, east side. Somewhere along those lines. But we have Premier League action, ladies and gentlemen, here on Couch Sports Football. How are we all doing? And welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Michael McIntyre is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Is he a Fulham fan or is he a Tottenham fan? I have no idea. Michael McIntyre is in the house. I'd love to know who he supports. Tottenham's last 6 games at Craven Cottage. All victories. March 2021 1-0. January 2019 2-1. But the ones before that were 2010 to 2013. Andy Johnson, 2008. Who remembers him? Who's going to come out on top today, ladies and gentlemen? Tottenham or Fulham? Let's have a look at the table. Let's see what happens to the table if Fulham win. If Tottenham win this. So if Tottenham win this, they stay in the same spot, but they're closer to the top 4. If Fulham win this, if Fulham win this, they go above Tottenham. If Fulham win this, they go above Tottenham? Are you being serious? Are you being serious right now? Wow. If Fulham win today, they go above Tottenham. That is insane. I never thought that was possible. I'll be honest with you. I never thought that was possible. Interesting. Very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing? The players will be coming out here at Craven Cottage shortly. We are just a couple of minutes away. Spurs need a victory today. Spurs need a victory today because they're starting to get dragged into the bottom of the Europa League race. Tottenham, Brighton, Fulham, Brentford, Liverpool, Chelsea, Villa also in that race. So anything can happen. There is very interesting here on Couch Sports Football. Not Andy Mitten. What's his name? I forgot his name, but that kid is freezing. That kid is freezing. Antonio Conte there just having last minute words with his players, has won all 3 previous meetings against Marco Silva, and that's probably when he was at Everton. What about Frank Lampard being sacked today, ladies and gentlemen? What do we all think about that one? How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. That kid is freezing. Someone give him a pair of gloves, will you? Give him a jacket or something. Do the Premier League not have a jacket that they can give to the young lad? He's freezing. Player there just having a word with the referee. So is the linesman. Dan James is on the bench today to Fulham. He was linked with a move for Tottenham, if I recall correctly. Part of a swap deal. I can't remember when it was. I don't remember who was involved. Let's have a look. Dan James. Dan James. Mr. B there. Come on, you whites. I'm assuming is what you're saying, Mr. B. How are you doing, Mr. B? Welcome to the stream. Where are you from and who do you support? Are you a Fulham fan? Are you a Tottenham fan? Or are you just a fan of football as we transition over to the game? Ladies and gentlemen, here on Cal Sports Football. How are we all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to you all. Fulham, nil. Tottenham, nil. That's how it starts. Mr. B, nice suit, sir. I appreciate the kind words, Mr. B. But how are you doing? Where are you from and who do you support? Let me know in the chat as the players come out here. Fulham forever. Fulham forever. Wow, well, I was just saying before, victory today and you go on top of Tottenham. You go on top of Tottenham into fifth. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? A victory today and you go to fifth. With obviously played a game more than everyone. But you'll take that. I don't think you'll care about that. Let's give you the Fulham team news. Marco Silva is the manager tonight. Bird Leno is in goal. Kenny Tete, Issa Diop, Tim Ream, and Robinson. Harrison Reed and João Palhinha make the midfield two behind Willian Andreas Pereira, Bobby Decadona, Reed, and Alexander Mitrovic, who I think is going to have a field day against this Tottenham team because Tottenham are absolutely horrendous. Defensively, they are a shambles. Let's give you the Tottenham team news. Antonio Conte is still in with a job. Hugo Lloris is in goal. Christian Romero, Eric Dyer, and Ben Davis is the back three. Emerson Royal, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Rodrigo Bentancur, and Perisic. Dijon Kulusevski with Son in behind Harry Kane, linked with a move to Manchester United yet again. Harry Kane linked with Manchester United is like DFS having a sale. Mitro on fire. Mitrovic is outstanding. The fact that Scott Parker couldn't get a tune out of him and you ended up getting relegated, you've come back. My God, what a turnaround it's been. You've not got a full stadium, that's surprising. There's a whole section of the stand that's cut off. Very interesting. Andreas Pereira, former Manchester United man, turning the wheels at Fulham, turning the gears. Referee there just having a word. Hugo Lloris not in the best of form is the nicest way to say it. Get a shot away from distance, test his nerves today. Because he is absolutely shocking right now. I think Tottenham should have got rid of him after the World Cup that France won. And that was over 4 years ago. Here we go with Fulham in their famous white kit. Tottenham are playing in a blue and black kit. And that is a shocking colour. That is a shocking colour. Surely they could have made a better one. The players are getting ready here. Lost 6 of his last 10 Premier League games. Lost 7 of his first 38 at the club. Antonio Conte, is he going to be joining the likes of Frank Lampard out of the door? Well, a victory today for Fulham. And that means there's a lot to talk about for Antonio Conte. Let's have a look. what happens today. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what your predictions are in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Fulham? Is it going to be Tottenham? I've seen a lot of 2-1 predictions for Fulham today. The referee just going over. He's done the coin toss. Another technical difficulty here. It's Paul Tierney who's having an issue. Where are you from, sir? I'm from the UK. I'm from up north in the UK. In Lancashire. You know, we're God's people over here. But we're just waiting for the referee. We've already had a delay because of local traffic. We've got another delay here. Fulham 2-0. Mr. B thinks it's going to be Fulham 2-0. I think it's 2-1. But we'll have to wait and see. Harry Kane, top scorers for Tottenham, 265. He's one away from matching Greaves' record for Tottenham. Can he surpass that today? Tottenham will hope so. But how you doing, Mr. B? You said you're a Fulham fan, so my question to you is, what made you support Fulham, and who's your favourite Fulham player of all time? Let me know in the chat. Lancashire, la la la. Still the players struggling here. Like, I think Paul Tierney sorted it out here. And he's just having a word with everyone. It's been a shambles today. Bobby Moore. I was born 30th of July 1966. Started with the Hammers. Wow, Mr. B, you've been around. You've seen it all. You've seen the ups and downs of so many clubs. So many clubs, you've seen them rise, you've seen them decline, you've seen some come back, some disappear into the ether. Wow, I bet you got some stories to tell. Here we go with Fulham shooting from left to right, Tottenham from right to left here on Couch Sports Football. Fulham, like I said, in their famous white kit. Tottenham in this blue, black, and yellow kit. Is it blue? Is it purple? I have no idea. But Tottenham are going to start the game here from right to left. Paul Tierney there just getting his last minute checks done. He blows the whistle. And we have kickoff finally here on Couch Sports Football. Why taking ages to kick off? Digster there. Digster. The reason it took ages is because Paul Tierney had technical difficulties. But how you doing, Digster? I hope you're having a wonderful day, whether you're from YouTube or TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Benton Coy is there, tries to clear it down the line, but it goes out for a goal kick here on this left-hand side for Fulham. Fulham followed the great one when he moved. Mr. B there in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fulham to restart the game here on this left-hand side with Bernd Leno. Left Arsenal to join Fulham. 6-9-0 to Fulham. My prediction, we can't defend. I said Mitrovic is going to have a field day, but I can't see it being that big. Here we go with Perisic on the ball. Sees a long ball over the top towards Son. Ream is there to head it away. Decadova Reed brings the ball under control, and he's cleared down the line into the path of Decadova Reed, and it goes out for a throwing here on the shine side for Fulham. Here we go with Fulham on the ball on the shine side. But it's cleared down the... Sorry, it's gathered into the hands of Hugo Lloris. And Hugo Lloris starts the game back off here on the shine side. Love a cheeky bit of Monday Night Football. I like Monday Night Football when there's teams that are worthy of playing on Monday night. Sometimes I have Monday Night Football and it's like, what are you doing? Intercepted in the middle of the park there by Paulinho. Out to that left-hand side towards Robinson, who gets the ball into the edge of the 6-yard box, but Tottenham managed to win the ball by Kulusevski into Emerson Royale down the right side, feeds the ball over the top, and it goes out for a Fulham throwing here down this left-hand side. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Who do Spurs have after this? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know, to be honest. It might be worth checking. Mitrovic couldn't keep the ball under control. Romero's there with the clearance. And Reem can't control it, and it goes up for a throwing where Harry Kane's going to take it quickly. Can he get to Kulusevski? No, he can't. Reem is there, and he goes all the way back to Leno here on the sector side, and Fulham will restart from the back. Out to the right side towards Tete. And it's cleared away. Højbjerg wins the ball back, tries to feed it into Kulusevski, but it's intercepted, and it comes out to the right side towards Reed. But it falls to Pulisic. Davis. Who cares? Preston FA Cup 4th round. Oh, yes, 6 o'clock. If I recall correctly, Dixter. 6 o'clock kickoff. And then I think United play Reading after that. Here we go with Hugo Lloris into Romero on this right-hand side. Goes short to Højbjerg. Returns it back to Romero. Backwards to Dyer. Dyer out to Davis down the right-hand side. Davis first time into Bentancur. Højbjerg returns it back to Bentancur. Takes on the turn. Goes out to that right side towards Emerson Royale. And he returns it back to Bentancur, who goes all the way back to Dyer here on the centre circle. Tottenham just need to keep possession of the ball for the first couple of moments. See if they can move it about. Not give possession away like they did there. And just keep the Fulham fans, Craven Cottage, just keep them quiet. Here we go with a Fulham goal kick on this left-hand side. Ben Davis who gives the ball away. Yes, sir, 6 o'clock. Ream to restart the game here. Back to the keeper, Leno. And Leno clears the ball down the line. Into Willian, who heads it on into Mitrovic. Mitrovic now bringing the ball forward, but Bentancur's there. And it goes out for a Fulham throwing. In my opinion, win or sack for Conte. Well, does Conte, I was saying, if Fulham win today, Fulham go above Tottenham in the league. Fulham go to 5th, obviously with a game played extra. But we'll have to wait and see. Here we go, the Ream with the ball out to the right side towards Decadova Reed, but Perisic is there to win the header. What do you all think about Frank Lampard getting sacked? Talking about the sack. What do you all think about Frank Lampard? Does he deserve it? Does he deserve the sack? Do you feel as though he should have given a bit more time? Do you feel someone else is coming in? Who's going to come in? Here we go with Willian on the ball on the left-hand side. Robinson makes a left here and goes short into Pereira. Out to the right side towards Decadova Reed, bringing the ball onto the edge of the box. Puts a cross in there, but it's headed away by Romero. Davis keeps it alive. And Tete is there, but the referee puts it back here for a free kick down the right side. They're really that high up? Yes, they are. They're on 31 points, if I recall correctly. Tottenham currently on 33. So victory today for Fulham pushes them into 5th place. Considering Scott Parker couldn't get a tune out of him. Been coming for a while. Yes, it has been coming for a while. It's just one of those. Do you think the players still had the manager's back? Did they still have the backing? I don't think they did. I just feel like he couldn't get a tune out of him. For me, a midfield three of Onana, Doucouré, and Idrissa Gana Gate should be doing a lot better. Should be doing a lot better. But it is what it is. Thomas Tuchel for Everton. No way Thomas Tuchel will go to Everton. He's waiting for this Tottenham job. That's what he's waiting for. Thomas Tuchel. Here we go with Tete to take the throwing here on the right side. Goes in to Pereira. Pereira over the top. But it's cleared away. It falls to Kulusevski and he goes backwards to Romero here on the right side. Romero. Out to the center side towards Perisic, but it's headed away by Tete. Decadova Reed gets there ahead of Højbjerg and it falls to Tete here on the left-hand side. Tries to feed the ball forward, but it comes off Højbjerg and it goes out for a Fulham throwing down this left-hand side. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil, 7 minutes played. We will give it to him then. Give it to Thomas Tuchel. Willian having a good career so far at Fulham. 4 goals in his previous 22 appearances against Tottenham. Willian, can he get on the score sheet today? Here we go with Davis on the right side. Goes backwards to Dyer on the edge of his own box, out wide to Romero on the right side. Romero holds onto the ball. Backwards to Dyer on the edge of the box. Mitrovic comes over to pressure. Short to Højbjerg, out to Romero. Williams applying the pressure. So is Pereira. And it's intercepted high the pitch there by Paulinho. Willian on the ball on the left hand side. Bring the ball onto the edge of the box on the left hand side. Cuts it back. Paulinho into Pereira. Pereira on the edge of the box. Floats one in towards the back post, but it's over hit. And it goes after a goal kick on the right side for Tottenham. And Fulham will be happy with that. Fulham will be happy with that. They have pressed Tottenham into making a mistake and they win the ball back. They put one into the box, but it's over hit. Just need to be a bit more clinical with their pass, with their ball into the box there. But they won the ball back from the press. Here we go to Romero. Heads into path of Bentancur. Battling out against Paulinho. But Robinson wins the ball of Kulusevski. And Robinson has the ball here for Fulham. Goes backwards to Ream. And Ream goes all the way back to Issa Diop on this left-hand side. When we win tonight, Mr. B there wants Fulham to win tonight. Fun fact, Fulham have so far collected 31 points this season. The most at this point in the season since Birmingham in 2009-2010 season. I'm assuming you mean a promoted side. Yes, from a newly promoted side. Willian down the left-hand side. Can't get away from Emerson Royale, and he feeds into Romero. Romero loses it to Robinson. Mitrovic into Reed. But it's cleared away, and it comes out to Willian. Backwards to Paulinho. Puts the ball into the box, but it's cleared away into Son. Son loses the ball there. Robinson comes away with it here. Tete into Decadova Reed, who takes the shot from distance. Lloris is forced to parry away, and Emerson Royale picks up the loose ball. Backwards to Romero. Romero on the right side, but the referee pulls it back for a foul on Emerson Royale by Willian. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil, and ladies and gentlemen, Tottenham are still struggling to get out of gear. Fulham are winning the ball off from high up the pitch. Decadova Reed takes a shot from distance, and Lloris is forced to make a save. And I said it before the game, you don't know what kind of Lloris is going to turn up. So go for the pop shots outside the box and hope to see what happens. You're taking the mick. We play City again next in the league. Wow. João Paulinho now. 90 tackles this season, the most of anyone. Is he going to be linked with a big money move away? Romero heads it on. Paulinho clears the ball down the line. Dyer wins the ball back, and it falls to Robinson here on the left-hand side, who played well. Was one of the USA's starring players. Mitrovic can't get there from Dyer. Ream and Romero passes it into the path of Reed, but he loses the ball to Højbjerg, and Decadova Reed's brought down, and that's going to be a free kick here for Fulham on the right side. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil, 11 minutes into the game. How are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Out of the 6 London derby games that Fulham have played this season, they have won 3 out of 6. They have never won 4 in a single season. Claydon there coming up with the stats. I don't think you're playing, there's no Premier League next weekend. There's no Premier League next weekend, Digster. Oh, sorry, you mean, not this weekend, you're on about the weekend. A week on Sunday is what you're on about. A week on Sunday. So Fulham have a free kick here on the 11th minute. Andres Pereira steps up to take it. It's from a significant away out. It's at least 35 yards out. And Andres Pereira's going for goal. Oh, and it's straight into the hands of Lloris. Yeah, because that's this Sunday. I understand, Dixon. I understand. I just had to double figure it in my head. You a Spurs fan? No, I'm not. Mr. B. Mr. B, I am a Manchester United fan. Have been ever since Ryan Giggs and David Beckham put on the shirt. Liverpool have to play Brighton in the FA Cup. Yeah, that's going to be a funny game, innit? Liverpool playing Brighton. Here we go with Perisic. Now to take the throwing here. But have they managed to find a turn? It's Monday today. Check your calendar. Look, when football comes fast, and when football comes at you fast, and it comes at you quick, and it comes after you day after day after day, you tend to forget your days. Here we go with Højbjerg on the halfway line. First time into Son. Out to the left hand side towards Perisic. Perisic 1-on-1 against Tete. Comes backwards to Højbjerg. Højbjerg into the middle finds Bentancur. Bentancur nearly loses it to Pereira, but he manages to find a pass to Dyer. And it goes out to Romero. Emerson Royale into Dyer. Out wide to Kulusevski. Gets away from Robinson. Feeds in behind to Harry Kane. Harry Kane into the box, but it comes off the defender. And it goes out for a corner here on this right side for Tottenham. Football can mess with your brain sometimes. You're right there. You are right there, my brother. Clayton there. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil. 13th minute into the game. Tottenham have a corner here down that right side. Goals from corners. Fulham and Tottenham with 10 each. Can they get one here, Tottenham? Perisic to whip one in there. Can he find the ball? He puts it in back post, but it's headed away. Højbjerg drills it across, but Davis couldn't get a better connection on it, and it goes up for a goal kick here on this left-hand side. 14 minutes played. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil. And football is unforgiving. Mr. B, you're right. Football is definitely unforgiving. It's the hope that kills you. Football, the best thing about football is you could be playing shit. You could go 10 games on the bounce and lose. But then on the 11th game you draw. The 12th game, you draw, but you had moments to win the game. And then in the 13th game you win. You go about 5 games winning. Not comfortably, but you're winning. It doesn't matter. You're winning. The hope starts to build. And then you start losing again. It's the hope that kills you. That's what football is. Here we go with Paulinho on the ball for Fulham. Switches it out to that left-hand side towards Willian, but it's headed away by Emerson Royale. Kulusevski couldn't bring the ball under control. It falls to Willian, who drives with the ball on the edge of the box, and he's brought down. The referee had a look at that. He didn't give the free kick. Højbjerg got wide to Emerson Royale. First time in towards Harry Kane, but it's intercepted there by Paulinho. In towards Mitrovic, who couldn't control the ball, and it falls to Bentancur, and that was a late challenge there. The referee's giving advantage to Tottenham. Perisic now the ball on the left-hand side. But he hits it out of play because there's a player down here. That's going to be a yellow card for Paulinho. He just went in so late on that challenge. The ball was given away and he still went in for it. Adam, do you believe in paying to watch football legally, even though it's stupidly overpriced, and not even get every game? You know what? Ethically is so bad. It's insane to think that the British government, the monarch, anyone of power in the UK haven't mentioned anything about this, having to pay so much to watch football in the UK. The fact that it's not mentioned drives me insane. I would love to pay for a dodgy box. I can ring someone right now, get a dodgy box, and I would have access to every single football game, whether that's in the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, the Dutch League, the German League. You know, I could have right now on my fingertips. I'll be honest with you, the only thing that stops me is my religion. That's it. I can't cheat the system. If it's illegal in the law of the land, I can't do it. So that's the only reason why I don't do it. Because it's illegal. So something that's against the law of the land, I can't do that. So that's the only reason why I don't do it. But I know loads of people that do it. I can list you 10 people right now where if I was to ring them and say, do you know what, are you watching the Fulham Tottenham game? You are, I'm coming down. And they won't have Sky. They won't have BT. They won't have Amazon. They might have Amazon Prime. They might do, but I don't know. Well, I was thinking both Manchester sides robbing us this season. Garnacho scored a late winner against. Garnacho scored a late winner against Fulham. I remember that. My dad does that. Fulham last 3 defeats have been because goals have been scored in the 89th minute or later. Dyer there. Loses the ball and it goes out for a corner here down the left side for Fulham. Sorry, down the right side for Fulham. 17th minute played, Fulham 0, Tottenham 0. Pereira to take the corner here down the right side. Whips the ball into the box, is headed away. And it comes out to Kulusevski, who flicks it past Reed. But it's straight into the path of Robinson. And Robinson loses the ball to Kulusevski. But Reem is there to win the ball back. And he feeds it into Son. And Son's in behind here. But Leno's off his line. And finds the Fulham player. And Fulham there just need to be careful. They are on top of Tottenham in this game. But they don't want to give Tottenham an edge. They do not want to give Son, Kulusevski, Kane an opportunity. Because a half chance for them is stupid. It's stupid. You just do not give them half chances. Maybe you can give Son a half chance. He's a bit shit right now. But Kulusevski and Kane, that's the last thing you should do. Here we go with Tete. Bring the ball forward here down the left-hand side. Lays it into the path of Pereira. Returns it back to Tete on the halfway line. Mitrovic is through the middle, but he goes over the top towards Decadova Reed. Ivan Perisic is tracking back. Decadova Reed gets the ball in the box here down the right side. He holds the ball up backwards to Pereira. Whips the ball into the box. Oh, and it's a straight shot by Reed. He hits it on the volley, but Reese makes the save and gets on the rebound before Reed had the opportunity. Maybe we should do a petition for this football thing. You know what, Dix? There's a few things I want to do if I hit it large. There's a few things I want to do. If I can make this platform huge, there's a few things I want to do. Dixon, you won't know this, but timeout, the chocolate timeout, it used to be different. The timeout chocolate that you get now is completely different to the timeout chocolate that I had growing up. So if I get famous, that's the first thing I'm doing. Doing a campaign to get timeout back. Here we go with Andres Pereira down the left-hand side of the halfway line. Holds the ball up and it goes backwards to Robinson. Robinson being held up by Kulusevski, but it goes all the way back to Reem. And Reem squares into about Issa Diop. And more productively for football, my aim is to sort this viewing thing out. It's so stupid. Diop goes all the way back to Leno. Leno clears the ball down the line. Mitrovic brings the ball under control and he finds Pereira on the centre circle. Switches it out to the side towards Decadova Reed. 1-on-1 against Perisic. Reed is to his left. He brings the ball forward here. Decadova Reed holds onto it on the edge of the box backwards to Tete. Tete goes on the outside. Whips the ball into the box, but it's headed away by Emerson Royale, and Kulusevski will get there ahead of Robinson. He holds the ball up here. Short to Bentancur. Backwards to Kulusevski. Can you check Twitter whispers? Yeah, sure I can. Ooh, I'll have to have a look at that. Romero now on this right hand side. Goes backwards to Dyer on the edge of his own box. 20 minutes played. Tottenham, I can't give you anything about Tottenham today. They're just so slow in their movement. They're getting bullied by this Fulham side. But they've managed to bring the ball forward out to the right side towards Emerson Royale. Short to Bentancur, backwards to Romero. First time into Højbjerg on the halfway line. Back to Romero. Short to Dyer on the centre circle in the Tottenham half. Bentancur out to the left-hand side towards Davis. This is probably the most possession Tottenham have had in this game. Bentancur switches it out to that right side, but as I say that, it's a misplaced pass and Willian has the ball. Into Robinson. Short to Paulinho. Gets away from Højbjerg and he brings the ball forward. He's got Willian to his left and he finds him. Willian 1-on-1 against Romero here. Emerson Royale is tracking back. Willian holds onto the ball. Into the middle towards Reed. He gets there ahead of Son. Tete to his right. Reed urges to shoot from distance. Left foot shot is blocked by Davis. And Kulusevski will bring the ball under control here on the right side. But Willian just shrugs him off like he's not even there. And he brings the ball forward, right foot into the box. But it's cleared away and it goes out for a throwing. Kulusevski getting absolutely bullied by the OAP Willian. Pereira now. All the way back to Issa Diop on the centre circle. Like I said, Fulham are bullying Tottenham in the first 22 minutes of the game. Issa Diop finds Paulinho, tries to feed it out wide to Decadova-Reid, but it's intercepted. And Davis tries to come away with the ball, but he's brought down by Mitrovic. Free kick here for Tottenham on this right side. Dyer goes into Davis. Benson goes back to Dyer. Dyer into Højbjerg. Højbjerg on this right side, short to Benson on the centre circle. Returns it back to Højbjerg. You can see Fulham pressing in numbers. There's about 6 players there, all coming forward to win the ball. Dyer out to the right side towards Davis, into Bentancur. Backwards to Dyer. And he goes all the way back to the keeper on the right side. Lloris, first time into Romero, 23 minutes played. Fulham 0, Tottenham 0. Davis on the right side. Out to the left side towards Perisic. Perisic first time into Son. Son holds the ball up here on the right side. Lays it into the path of Højbjerg, but it's behind him and Romero wins the ball back. The referee's going to put it back here for a foul on Son. In the centre circle, Tottenham restart the game here on the right side. Who do you think is going to be the next Everton manager? Do they get Big Sam back? Do they get Big Sam back? Who do you think they gain? Sean Dyche? Sean Dyche? Does he come back? Robinson into Willian. Returns it back to Robinson. Robinson being held up by Kulusevski. And he goes all the way back to Leno here on this left-hand side. Leno. In his 6-yard box. 23 minutes played. Clears the ball down the line. High up in towards Mitrovic. Can't win the header, but it falls to Pereira. Pereira on the centre circle as Mitrovic makes the running behind. Decadova-Reid is there. He finds a cube pass to Mitrovic, but he couldn't take it in his stride. And it's cleared away, but Willian comes away with a bit. Romero is there. Can Willian get there ahead of Kulusevski? No, he can't. Kulusevski now has the ball here. Short to Son. Backwards to Bentancur. Being harassed there by Reid. And he goes out wide to Romero on the edge of the Tottenham box. Backwards to Lloris. Lloris clears the ball down the line. Reid with the header. Willian brings the ball under control here. And he goes all the way back to Issa Diop. Tottenham have only won 1 of their last 11 away London derbies. Drawn 6, lost 4. Though it was Tottenham's last London derby where they have the only win against Crystal Palace. You are doing a champion job, sir. I appreciate the kind words, Mr. B. I appreciate those kind words. This is what the dream job is. This is the dream job. If I can bring you guys a live game of football here on Couch Sports Football for you to watch with me whilst I commentate it. Woo! And if it's the World Cup final, oof, even better. Long kick out over the top. Harry Kane flicks it into the path of Son. Tries to head it into the path of Kulusevski, but it's cleared away. Mitrovic is brought down in the centre circle. And Fulham have a free kick here on in the Tottenham half. Taken quickly out to Willian on the left hand side. Feeds in behind to Robinson, who gets away from Emerson Royale. Robinson puts it into the box. And he had more time than he thought. But he comes out to the right side towards Reid. Reid goes short to Tete. First time into the box towards Mitrovic is headed away. Højbjerg into Perisic. And Perisic goes short to Bentancur on the right side. Diop goes into Reem. Reem on the halfway line. Isn't Dixter the one that avoided doing his homework? You're right, Clayton. He didn't do it throughout his whole holiday period. And he did it on his last day. Here we go with Decadova-Reid on the right side. Bringing the ball forward here. He comes out to Tete. Tete tries to go around the inside of Son. Backwards to Paulinho. Back to Tete. Down the right side. 1-on-1 against Son. Left foot into the box, but it's over everyone. And straight into the hand of Lloris. Excuse me, Arsenal was the last London derby. I think he's talking about when the last time Tottenham won a London derby. I think that's what he's on about, Digster. Davis into Bentancur. Bentancur goes out wide to Romero here on this right side. Romero bringing the ball forward. Again, no movement for Tottenham. There's no one moving around Fulham. Look at that. 3, 6, 7 players pressing in the Tottenham half. Romero, Emerson Royale, finds Bentancur on the halfway line. Tries to feed Kulusevski. And one of the players pressing, Willian wins the ball back. And Robinson goes all the way back to the keeper. Leno. To that left-hand side towards Mitrovic, who brings the ball under control. He's got Willian to his left, but he switches it out to Deco-Reed, who's got space down the right side. Ivan Perisic is tracking back. Ball put into the box, but it's cleared away. And it falls to Bentancur. Kulusevski into Son. Son takes out the turn of the centre circle, but he's surrounded by Fulham players, and he manages to come away with the ball. Son's getting a yellow card here. 28 minutes played, Fulham 0, Tottenham 0. How are we all doing? Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're new around here, just so you know, my name's Adam here, live on Cow Sports Football. This is a platform for all football fans around the world to come together and talk football. Doesn't matter whether you're on YouTube like Mr. B is, or if you're on Twitch like Clayton and Digster. This is a platform for everyone to come together and talk football. So if you like what you see what you like, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, and let's talk some football. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let's get some opinions flowing. Here we go, the Ream on the ball here on this left-hand side. Goes all the way back to Leno on the edge of his own box, clears the ball down the line. High up in towards Mitrovic. He can't win the header, but it falls his way to Willian. And the referee's going to pull it back here for a foul on Fulham. Romero there losing the battle to Mitrovic. Pereira with a free kick here for Fulham. Mitrovic being brought down by Romero. And maybe Mitrovic should target Romero, because Romero has a bit of a crazy streak in him. You can get him booked very easily. Andreas Pereira now, from this free kick, 29 minutes played. Fulham have bullied Tottenham up until this point. Can they create something here from this free kick? Pereira into the box, headed on by Ream. It's up in the air, he's headed away, and it's cleared down the line by Eric Dyer, but it falls to Robinson here on the centre circle, and he goes all the way back to Leno here on this left-hand side. Pereira all the way back to Leno on the edge of his own box. Over the top to Willian, but it's headed away by Bentancur. Sorry, by Dyer, and it's Bentancur now with the ball. Højbjerg. Back to Dyer on the right side. Goes all the way back to the keeper, Lloris, who's forced to just clear it down the line, and it falls to the path of Højbjerg. Højbjerg holding onto the ball, gets away from Paulinho on the centre circle, into Kulusevski, first time into Son. Emerson Royale is free down his right side. Is this the moment for Tottenham? Short to Kulusevski, gets himself to the box, but Issa Diop is there. And Issa Diop does brilliantly there. Son goes down so easily, and I would give that a yellow card for simulation. I would give that a yellow card for simulation. Or is it Kulusevski that's gone down? Or is Kulusevski? I would put that for simulation. There's no way he's gone down holding his head as though he's been hurt. The president of Ireland, Michael Higgins, calls for homework to be banned in Ireland. If I was still in school, I would be moving to Ireland. See, I don't have a problem with homework. I don't have a problem with homework. My only problem is, don't give them homework so that they're doing homework every single night at the school. They're doing homework on the weekend. Just let them relax a bit. Mr. B there calls for a yellow card. You're right, Mr. B. You are right. 31 minutes played. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil here on Cal Sports Football. To be frank, Ireland don't have the 3 p.m. rule. I might pack my bags and get on a cheeky Ryanair. Depends if you can leave. Roy Keane, legend, discuss. So, there are different types of football players. Now, this is going to be long. So you got to stick with me. There's different types of football players. There's football players that, with their quality, just drag teams. You look at Lionel Messi at the World Cup. Kylian Mbappe for France. They just drag teams. They get the goals. They do their bit. And for some reason, it just works. It works. It happens. Then you get players who set example. You think of Scott Parker. Gonna have to break away because Harry Kane has the ball on the centre circle. He's got a few players and he takes a shot, but he goes out for a goal kick here on this left side. And is that an Israel flag in the stands? Someone get that guy out of the stadium. But you think of Scott Parker, Mark Noble, players who lead by example. They are there. They are the life and soul of the club. And they are the ones who set the example for everyone to talk about. Footy player with a memory for revenge, but that was a Spurs player if my memory is correct. Now, when you talk about Roy Keane, he could score a goal, Roy Keane, but he was 100% a dictator on that pitch. We play like this. We perform like this. These are the standards. You're either with me or I'm going to drag you to those standards. If not, we're dropping you, end of. When it comes to football and it comes to Roy Keane is the creme de la creme of players. You think of Carlos Puyol for Barcelona. You think of Sergio Ramos at Real Madrid. You think of John Terry at Chelsea, Vincent Kompany at Manchester City, Steven Gerrard at Liverpool. You think of players like that. Man United's Tony Adams. Tony Adams at Arsenal. You can put Tony Adams or Patrick Vieira. You pick. But there's only a few selection. There's only a small selection of players like that have quality and have a desire that drags other players with them. Kulusevski brought down by Perena here on that right side. Free kick for Tottenham just in the Fulham half here. 35 minutes played. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil here on Cal Sports Football. Plus a mustachio beard master. Do you know what? That moustache is horrendous. That moustache. You know when he had the full beard look with the moustache? He had the full look. Roy Keane looked aging like a fine wine. Then he took the beard off and left the moustache. And there's borderline creep. Borderline creep. Here we go with Perisic on the halfway line. Switch over into the middle towards Kulusevski, but it's headed away by Reem. And it comes out to Dyer on the trying side. 35 minutes played. Less than 10 minutes of the night. 45 to go. Plus added time. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil, ladies and gentlemen. As we have a follower there in the chat over on Twitch, Anime. Sorry, no, your name. I don't even know how you say your name. Aneen? I'ma just call you Aneen. I don't even know how to say your name, but how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Where are you from and who do you support? Are you a Tottenham fan? Are you a Fulham fan? Are you a Manchester United fan? Let me know in the chat. This is Harry Kane's 300th appearance for Tottenham tonight. And he's one goal away from matching the record of Mr. Greaves. Mr. B there with the out. It is what it is. Here we go to corner for Tottenham on that right side. Whips into the box, but it comes off Willian. Goes out for another corner here on that right side. Can Tottenham get a goal here from a set piece? Because from open play, They have been shocking. 36 minutes into the game, Ivan Perisic to take the corner, left foot, in swing on that right side, headed away again by Ream. It goes up for another corner on that right side. Clayton there with the bits donation. What are you doing, Clayton? You don't have to do that. I appreciate that. Perisic now to take the corner again. Another opportunity. Whipped into the box, but it's straight to the hands of Leno. And is there an opportunity here for Fulham to counter quickly with Reed on the ball here? Can't get it past Højbjerg, who does the dirty work, and he goes all the way back to Emerson Royale. Stopping the counter here on this right hand side. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Just over 5 minutes and a 45 to go, plus any time. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil. Deckard over Reed bringing down Højbjerg there. Free kick on this right side for Tottenham. Romero on the centre circle. Squares it into the path of Bentancur. Bentancur goes backwards to Højbjerg. Højbjerg holds onto the ball. Into Dyer on this right side. Dyer goes short to Romero, being pressed by Willian. Goes all the way back to Lloris, and Lloris just, if in doubt, just get it out. You can clearly see he's in doubt there. Paulinho wins the header. Mitrovic tries to head into the path of Willian, but Romero is there. Dyer out wide to Emerson Royale. Emerson Royale puts his head down, and he brings the ball for here down the right side. But it comes off the Fulham player, and it goes out for a throwing here for Tottenham. 38 minutes played. Fulham are looking to win 3 consecutive Premier League home games for the first time since a run of 4 between April and September 2012. They last did so within the same season back in April 2011. Wow. Cheers. I got mango juice here. It's fake mango juice. Willian wins the ball into Pereira. Tries to return it back, but Bentancur there to win the ball, and he gets away from the pass. But Son can't keep the ball under control. Bentancur does well to win the ball back. Feeds it into Harry Kane, who's brought down, but his referee says play on. Ream tries to clear it over the top towards Robinson. Kulusevski will try and apply the pressure. Robinson gets away from him and goes short to Ream on this left-hand side. Tete into Deckard over Reed. Out wide here towards Reed. Back to Diop. Diop over the top towards Mitrovic, but it's headed away by Højbjerg. Son tries to keep it alive, but it falls to Tete. And he goes all the way back to Leno here on this left-hand side. And Leno goes out wide to Robinson. Robinson into Willian. Willian back to Robinson here in the Fulham half. Over the top towards Willian, but it comes off the Tottenham player, and it goes out for a Fulham throwing here on the 39th minute. We are approaching the 40th minute, ladies and gentlemen. Just over 5 minutes and a 45 to go, plus any time. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil. Tottenham have managed to keep Fulham at bay for the time being, but they need to give more. You watching on Sky? Yes, Sky Sports Premier League here on Monday Night Football as Fulham win the ball back on the halfway line, and it's a counter here for Fulham. Pereira goes out to Willian down the left-hand side. 1-on-1 against Romero. Takes a shot. Lloris with a punch away, and it goes out for a throwing here on the left-hand side. 40th minute played. Fulham nil, Tottenham nil here on Cal Sports Football. Fulham with a throwing down the left-hand side, taken quickly. Robinson into Willian. Willian holds onto the ball here. Plays it into the middle, and it's Tete. Tete out wide towards Deckard over Reed, who's bundled to the ground by Perisic. And it's a free kick here on the right side for Fulham. And this is in a very good position. It's in a very nice position. It's in a beautiful... This is an opportunity for Fulham to get Mitrovic to bully some of these defenders. Panelletti good. You know what? I don't even know who's on the panel today because it was a delayed start. So I didn't even turn it on until about 8 o'clock. I think Jamie Redknapp's on there. I don't know anyone else. Tottenham, 12 headed goals this season. Fulham, 11. 1 and 2 in set pieces and headed goals. Here we go with Pereira. Whips the ball into the box and is headed over the bar. Issa Diop and Paulinho. They clash into each other and they head it over the bar. Wow, that was a huge opportunity. Oh, I think they've just run into each other. Paulinho and Issa Diop. Issa Diop, they both have eyes for the ball. And I think Paulinho thinks Diop's going to get down. It hits the back of Paulinho's head and is cleared out. It goes out for a goal kick. Tottenham win the ball back with Harry Kane on the halfway line. Out to the left hand side towards Son. Son one-on-one against Issa Diop. Pereira's tracking back, but Son can't get away from Diop. And he goes short to Tete. Diop clears the ball down the line. Højbjerg jumping up against Mitrovic. Davis now on the ball. Short to Benton on the centre circle. Out to the right side towards Romero. Romero first time into Emerson Royal, who gets away from the defender into Son. Son brings the ball in control on the edge of the box, but he's brought down. And that's going to be a free kick here for Tottenham. In a very good position here. "42 minutes played." Let's have a look. Tim Ream is adamant he won the ball there. I don't think he did. He brings down Son on the edge of the box and Tottenham have a free kick here. Ivan Perisic or Harry Kane step over this free kick. Let's see if there is a moment here. 43rd minute. Fulham 0, Tottenham 0. Here on Couch Sports Football. That's a long message, Clayton. I'll get to that shortly. Harry Kane and Ivan Perisic step over this free kick. It's about 23, 25 yards out. Harry Kane and Perisic. Leno stands in the centre of the goal. Harry Kane tries to drill it across the floor, but it comes off the wall and is cleared away. And it comes all the way back to Lloris. That was clever by Harry Kane, but the defenders caught him off guard. Long ball over the top. Harry Kane flicks it past to Son. Son tries to feed it to Kulusevski, but Fulham managed to win the ball back with Emerson Royal. Picks the ball up on the edge of the box out to the left-hand side towards Perisic. Perisic back to Emerson Royal. Returns it back to Perisic. Back heel to Emerson Royal into the box, but it comes off the Fulham player and Tete. Manages to clear it away into the path of Bentancur. Perisic on the ball. Into the middle there. Højbjerg. Højbjerg on the turn. On the centre circle. Out to the left-hand side towards Davis. Davis bringing the ball forward here on the left-hand side for Tottenham. Short into Bentancur. Is this an opportunity for Fulham? For Tottenham. Can they get themselves a goal up before half-time? Romero. Backwards to Højbjerg on the halfway line. Squares it into the path of Dyer on the centre circle. Dyer bringing the ball forward here into the Fulham half. Goes back to Højbjerg on the halfway line, out wide to Romero. Romero has Kulusevski making the run in behind. Harry Kane can't get there. Robinson headers into the path of Bentancur. Bentancur gets away from the defender, tries to feed it across the middle, but there's no one there for Tottenham and it's cleared away. And Mitrovic brings the ball under control. Out to that. Oh, he had Willian making the run in behind, but his pass is intercepted. And Bentancur comes away with the ball on the halfway line, getting away from the press. Short to Emerson Royal. Royal has Kulusevski alongside him. He goes out to the right side towards Kulusevski. Gets away from the defender, puts it into the box across the middle, but Ream is there and he hits it out for a corner. 3 minutes of added time, 45 minutes played. Fulham 0, Tottenham 0 here on Couch Sports Football. Corner taken short into Perisic. Goes backwards to Kulusevski, gets himself into the box. It comes up to defender. It's going to come out to Dyer. Headed away by Deco Dovereed. It comes out to Højbjerg. Short to Emerson Royal. Getting away from the defender. Out to the left-hand side is Højbjerg. Into the middle finds Son. Son takes another turn. Dyer's free down the left-hand side, but Son goes into Harry Kane. Harry Kane out of the defender. Right foot. Oh, what a beautiful goal. What a beautiful goal by Harry Kane. He turns the defender Reeve and he curls it past the keeper, Bernd Leno, to make it 1-0 here for Tottenham. And up until that point, Tottenham have been horrendous, but Harry Kane comes up clutch. Gets past the defender. Like I said, you just don't want to give him half a chance, because that is what happened. There was a half chance. Harry Kane picks it up here. Let's go. It goes to Son. Son puts his head down. Into Harry Kane. Harry Kane gets it out of his feet. He curls it past the defender, and it's 1-0 here. And maybe Leno was caught off guard, because I think it's Paulinho there. Yeah, because he curls it past Paulinho, and I don't think the keeper saw it. I think the keeper saw it far too late, and Harry Kane makes it 1-0. Fulham behind here on Car Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have thought that the way they were playing? Perisic with the clearance away here. Mr. B not happy there. Goal Tottenham. Digster WTF. Digster, you're winning. Harry Kane now in the centre circle. Out to that right side towards Kulusevski, but Robinson's there with the header. And it goes all the way back to Leno. Leno goes short to Ream. Out to the left-hand side towards Robinson on the halfway line. The referee blows for half-time. Here on Car Sports Football, it's Fulham 0, Tottenham 1, and Harry Kane joins Jimmy Reeves as the top goal scorer for Tottenham. Here on Car Sports Football, Tottenham have been bullied by Fulham in the half, but a half chance for Harry Kane, and he takes it to make it 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll see you for the second half, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Do 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 do. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Second half coming up here on Cow Sports Football. How are we all doing? Second half coming up here on Cow Sports Football. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Where are we all from? Doge hype. Doge hype. Doge hype. I don't do crypto. Be right back. Gotta update the Twitch app. Ooh, that's insane. But here we go with the second half coming out on Carl Sports Football, and the Fulham fans won't be happy. A late snatch and grab by Harry Kane in the first half to equal the record. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen, here on Car Sports Football? Second half coming up here. Harry Kane, a goal away from becoming the leading goal scorer of Tottenham of all time. Currently tied with the great Jimmy Greaves. Jimmy Greaves, Harry Kane, Bobby Smith, Martin Shivers, Cliff Jones, Jermaine Defoe. Can Fulham turning around here on Cal Sports Football? We'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. Second half coming up here. Tottenham shooting from left to right. Fulham from right to left here. And again, Paul Tierney with technical difficulties here. I've been offered a HelloFresh sponsor, digs the games. Ooh, HelloFresh. HelloFresh. And $60 for every viewer who does it. Wow, that's smart, that. Again, the second half is getting delayed here. The second half game delayed. We had the game delayed in the first half because of local traffic. We had the game delayed again because of technical difficulties. Now the second half the players have come out and we're getting again delayed again here on Cal Sports Football. This game has been shambolic from a technical point of view, and Fulham will start the game finally here. Long kick off on the back, but it's headed away. And it goes out for a throwing on the right side. Fulham to take it with Tete. Back to Paulinho. Now Fulham need to avoid just going into overgear and trying to just smash the ball forward. They need to keep their They're they need to keep their composure. They need to move the ball about like they normally do, and stop allowing Fulham to move. Sorry, Tottenham to get in behind. Dixter, they're heartbroken. What are you heartbroken for? Brand safety head guidelines state do not feature anyone in your video who is under 14. Okay. Sorry, under 18, sorry. Benson Cole goes all the way back to Dyer. No substitutions at the half time for you to talk about Davis. Now on the ball into Højbjerg, out to that left hand side towards Kulas. Sorry, Perisic comes off the Fulham man and it goes out for a throwing here on this left hand side. I think it means like someone else. I don't think it means you, the streamer in general. I think it means you. I think it means someone else. Tottenham managed to clear it down the line. Here we go with Issa Diop now on the right side. Goes short to Ream on the halfway line. Ream bringing the ball forward into the Tottenham half. Switches it out to that right side towards Decordova Reed. Goes backwards to Tete. Tete into Decordova Reed. Into the middle there towards Reed when it's intercepted. And it's cleared away by Hugo Lloris. Anyway, gotta go take it easy, Digster. I appreciate you coming by. Tomorrow I'll be live for Southampton Newcastle semi-final of the Carabao Cup. But until next time, stay safe. Mitrovic heads into Brother Willian here. Willian in the box, back to Mitrovic on his right foot, backwards to Robinson. Robinson out to the left side towards Willian. Willian one-on-one against the defender Romero. Cuts in, back in on his right foot, puts the ball into the box, but it's headed away by Emerson Royale. Only into Paulinho. Here we go with Robinson. Can't keep it in play. Goes after a throwing here for Tottenham on this left-hand side. Harry Kane from the throw-in gets away from the defender into Kulusevski on the halfway line. Backwards to Emerson Royale. Kulusevski couldn't keep it in play. Goes out for a Fulham throwing here. Robinson. All the way back to Ream. And Ream goes all the way back to Leno here on the right side. Leno clears the ball down the line. Mitrovic couldn't bring the ball under control, but the referee's going to pull it back here for a foul by Romero. Is that not going to be a yellow card? He's done a couple of those challenges, Romero. Mitrovic wins the free kick here on this left-hand side. Pereira now to take the free kick here on this left-hand side. 48 minutes played. Whips the ball in towards the back post. It goes to everyone, but it managed to clear it away. Only to pass it Diop, who puts the ball back from where it came. Headed away, and it goes out for a goal kick here on this left-hand side. Dyer on the ground here. Let's look at this. Tottenham, the Fulham players were adamant it went out for a corner. Does it? Let's see. Diop hits it back into the box. Cleared away. Does it come off Eric Dyer? Let's have a look. Yeah, it did. It just comes off Eric Dyer, but the referee gave a goal kick here on this right hand side. Fulham nil. Tottenham won, and Fulham's not. It's not what Fulham deserve. But then, again, when do you ever win anything you deserve in football? Referee here just having a check on Dyer. Dyer getting the concussion check here. And Dyer's fine and he's back up on his feet. Wasn't going to do anything different, let's be honest. Clearance in this game. Eric Dyer with 5 so far. Huge. Huge. Marcus Rashford has now scored 10 goals in his last 11 games for United in all competitions. Clayton, I'd be surprised if you know the last player to score in 11 games for Tottenham. Oh, sorry, for United. Lloris now to take the goal kick on this left-hand side. Clears the ball down the line, high up into the air. Headed on by Harry Kane, but Fulham win the ball back with Mitrovic out to that right side towards Deckard over Reed, and Reed makes a run in behind, but it's a heavy touch and it's cleared away. And it goes up for a Fulham throwing here on the right side. Issa Diop into Reem. To the left-hand side towards Willian, headed away by Emerson Royale. Kulusevski keeps it alive, but it falls to Robinson, and Robinson brings the ball forward. To the left-hand side towards Willian. Willian, one-on-one against the defender, goes backwards to Pereira. Pereira whips the ball into block, but it comes off Højbjerg. And it's Paulinho goes all the way back to Issa Diop. Is it a player I would know? Now I'm just wondering if you know. Because I wouldn't be surprised to see if it went a long way back the last time a Manchester United player scored in pretty much 10 games, 10 consecutive games, 9 consecutive games. I think it was Van Nistelrooy or Wayne Rooney, one of them. Here we go with Kulusevski on the ball here down the side with Emerson Ryan making the run off the ball. But Issa Diop is there and it goes out for a throwing here down the right side. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1. Emerson Royale first time in towards Harry Kane. Harry Kane 1-on-1 against Willian. Mitrovic tracking back, but he manages to win the ball and Willian finds Pereira and finds Mitrovic. But he can't get away from Romero and it goes out for a Fulham throwing here. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1 here on Cal Sports Football. How are we all doing? Here we go with Robinson. Goes all the way back to Reem on the shine side. Reem goes all the way back to the keeper. Leno here. 54 minutes play. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1. Cleared all the way down the line. Romero heads it away. Bentancur wins on the centre circle. He finds Højbjerg and he goes into Kulusevski on the centre circle. Backwards to Bentancur. Kulusevski can't get away from Reem and it's cleared away to Willian. But Emerson Royale, he set up for throwing. I found out that Ruud van Nistelrooy has scored in 10 consecutive games. And I think Jamie Vardy's broken that record, you know. I think Jamie Vardy, and I think it was against Manchester United. I'm sure Jamie Vardy broke that record scoring in consecutive games. Paulinho on the centre circle. Backwards to Reed. Back to Paulinho. Into Reem on the halfway line. Out to the left-hand side towards Willian. Willian against Kulusevski. Goes on the outside in towards Mitrovic. But Dyer is there. And he chips it over the top towards Kulusevski, who brings the ball under control. Tries to feed Harry Kane, but Reem is there. And he finds Pereira. Pereira first time into Reed. Reed has Tete making the run off the ball. Deckard over Reed in the box. Reed goes out wide to Tete. Tete back post towards Mitrovic. But Lloris gathers it in his hands. Davis into Højbjerg. And it goes out to that left-hand side towards Perisic. Backwards to Davis. All the way back to Lloris. Into Romero. Romero into Bentancur, who has time to turn. They get away from the Fulham press. And it comes out to this right-hand side towards Dyer. Dyer switches it out to that left-hand side towards Perisic, who brings the ball under control beautifully. And he switches it out to this right-hand side towards Kulusevski. But it comes off the Fulham man, and it goes out for a Tottenham throwing here on this right side. 56 minutes play. Emerson Royale here on this right side. Takes the throwing into Romero. Romero gets away from the defender. Into Kulusevski. Kulusevski in the box. Goes around the outside of Robinson. Puts the ball across the middle, but it comes off Paulinho, and he goes out for a throw in corner here on this right side. Scuba Culture there. How are you doing, my brother? Welcome to the streamers. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1. Fulham bullied Tottenham in that first half, but it was a half chance for Harry Kane, and he puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Fulham again are dominating the possession in this second half, but Tottenham have a corner, and it comes out to Kulusevski, who goes back post towards Perisic, and Romero is there. Harry Kane, his header is tipped over the bar by Leno, and it goes out for a corner down that left-hand side for Tottenham. Eddie Nketiah becomes the second Arsenal player to score a 90th minute winner against Manchester United after Thierry Henry back in 2007. Wow. And I would not be able to tell you which goal that was, I'll be honest with you. Harry Kane, flash header at the keeper, and he tips it over the bar. Corner taken short into Højbjerg. Lays it across to Kulusevski, left foot into the box, first time towards the back post. Ivan Perisic across the middle. But Leno Ganas is it in his hands, and Fulham restart the game here on the Shine side. Ream on the Shine side. Bringing the ball forward here for Fulham. Has Robinson to his left, and he finds him. Robinson gets ahead of Emerson Royale, and he gets away from him, but he's brought down there. And it's going to be a free kick for Tottenham on this left hand, for Fulham down this left hand side. Man United have failed to win any of their last 5 away games in all competitions against Arsenal, losing 4 times and conceding at least twice in each of their defeat. It's their longest winless run at the Gunners since October 2000 to March 2004. Wow. Diop goes all the way back to the keeper, Lloris. Lloris into Ream. Ream into Pereira. Loses the ball to Bentancur. Falls to Kulusevski. Out wide to Harry Kane on this right side. Harry Kane can't get away from the defender. He goes out for a corner here down this right side for Tottenham. Corner here for Tottenham on the 59th minute. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1 here on Card Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? Can they get a second and double their lead here? Son and Perisic stepped over to take the free corner, taken short into Perisic, backwards to Son, whips the ball in on the edge towards Harry Kane. He brings the ball under control. He gets away from the defender, but he's holding on to it. Right foot shot is blocked into Bentancur. Over the top towards Kulusevski. He brings the ball under control. Robinson can't get there across the middle, but it's Ream there, and he finds Willian with the clearance down the right side. Lloris. Out wide here towards Emerson Royale. Over the top, but it's into the path of Issa Diop. Bukayo Saka is the only third Arsenal player to score in 3 consecutive Premier League appearances against Manchester United. Freddie Ljungberg and Thierry Henry. Freddie Ljungberg. That's rolling back the years. Ream on the halfway line has Robinson to his left, and he finds him. Robinson's in behind here, but he can't get away from Emerson Royale, and it goes out for a Fulham throwing here down this left hand side. 60th minute played. Fulham might be a goal down, but like the first half, they are all over the Tottenham side. But again, Tottenham have that quality in them. They might not be playing brilliant football right now, but they have the quality in their players. The likes of Harry Kane, Kulusevski, Benson Cole coming away with a ball. Issa Diop switches it out to the center side towards Willian. Willian goes backwards to Robinson, but Kulusevski wins the ball back. And it's Emerson Royale now with the ball on the left hand side. Plays a 1-2 with Romero. Benson on the edge of the box, forced to go backwards against Romero, who clears the ball down the line into Kulusevski, finds Harry Kane into Benson lays it into the pass to Davis on the centre side, and Tottenham break away here, bringing the ball forward into the Fulham half, out to that left hand side, but he doesn't go towards Perisic. He goes short to Harry Kane on the halfway line, and he goes into the path of Emerson Royale. Son makes it running behind, but he goes out wide to Kulusevski here on the right side, 1-on-1 against Robinson, left foot into the box towards Perisic. Perisic brings the ball under control. But it goes out for a goal kick on the right side, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Football pundits around the world, how are we doing? Fulham 0, Tottenham 1 here on Couch Sports Football. And Tottenham getting closer and closer to that second goal. "61 minutes played. Leno to restart the game from the goal kick. Clears the ball down the line, but it's headed on by Romero. Dyer clears it down the line. Romero battling out against Mitrovic. He wins the battle. He's brought down. Free kick. Tottenham on the left-hand side. Emerson Royale goes backwards. Romero from the free kick goes short in towards Son on the halfway line. Backwards to Bentancur. First time into Romero. Back to Bentancur. Into Son. Son can't take it in his stride. And Fulham win the ball here with Pereira on the centre circle, but it's intercepted. And it goes out for a Fulham throwing here on that right side. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? "63 minutes played. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1. Diop. Out wide towards Reed. Backwards to Tete. Over the top towards Mitrovic, but it's headed away by Højbjerg. It goes out for a Fulham throwing here. Tete to take the throwing. Looks like Tom Kenny's going to be coming on here for Fulham. Ream on the right side. Out to the left hand side towards Robinson. Robinson on the touchline goes backwards to Ream. Ream in the Fulham half. Sees a pass through the middle towards Mitrovic. Mitrovic on the centre circle. Backwards to Paulinho. Out to the right side towards Deckard over Reed. But it's intercepted by Perisic and it goes out for a Fulham throwing. Taken quickly. Ball whips into the box, but it's headed away by Eric Dyer. Falls to Ream on the halfway line. Squares it into the pass of Issa Diop on the right side. Paulinho ahead of him, but he squares it back to Ream on the halfway line, bringing it out to this left-hand side. But he goes backwards to Issa Diop on the centre circle. Diop now. Bringing the ball forward. Into Ream on the halfway line. Turns. Robinson's free down the left-hand side. Kulusevski comes over to pressure and he wins the ball. Goes out for a throwing here. Substitution here on this left-hand side. And it's Reed that's coming off here for Tom Kenny. Kenny on the ball now. Goes backwards to Issa Diop on the halfway line, bringing it forward into the Tottenham half. In towards Deckard over Reed, but it's behind him. And Perisic will let that go out for a Tottenham throwing here on the left-hand side. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1 here on Cal Sports Football. Perisic to take the throw-in. Harry Kane picking it up very deep. Backwards to Lloris, who just clears the ball down the line. Into the path of Kulusevski, who comes away with the ball, and it's Højbjerg. Emerson Royal is free ahead of him. Højbjerg holds the ball up on the halfway line, out to the right side towards Emerson Royal. Holding on to the ball, and he goes backwards to Højbjerg. Bentancur. Backwards to Romero. All the way back to Dyer on this left-hand side. Dyer into Bentancur. Bentancur takes on the turn and he goes into Harry Kane. Harry Kane out to the right side towards Kulusevski. Kulusevski sees Emerson Royal in behind. Emerson Royal puts the ball into the box first time, but it's cleared away by Fulham into the path of Willian, but it's intercepted there by Romero, who comes away with the ball here. Kulusevski to his right, but he goes into Harry Kane. Harry Kane tries to flick it back into the box, but it's intercepted. And Fulham get a free kick here. Decordova-Rio on that right side. Into Tom Kane on the halfway line. Switches it out to the left-hand side towards Mitrovic. Mitrovic bringing the ball for Williams to his left, but he holds onto the ball. He goes back to Tom Kane. Out to the left-hand side towards Willian. Back to Kane. Leaves it to Robinson. Kane now on the ball. Out to Willian. Robinson makes a lapping run, but he goes into Kane. Paulinho. Kane. Into Willian. Back to Kane. Out to the left-hand side towards Robinson. 1-on-1 gets Emerson Royal. Feeds it in behind to Willian. Across the middle, but it's cleared away. It's cleared away by Tottenham into the path of Emerson Royal. And he goes short to Dyer, but he can't find Bentancur. And it goes out for a throwing here on the left-hand side. 67 minutes play. Ream. 66% of Arsenal's Premier League victories over the Red Devils have been in Sunday games. Wow. Where do you get these stats from, Clayton? Where are you getting these stats from? Robinson to go all the way back to Leno on the right side. Diop. Short to Ream on the right side. Ream bringing the ball forward. Into the path of Paulinho. Into Diop. Out to the left-hand side towards Willian. Willian goes into Robinson. Robinson on the left-hand side. Goes backwards to Kenny. Kenny into the middle towards Paulinho. Switches it out to the right side, but it's intercepted there by Perisic and it's cleared away. And Willian now has the ball. He loses the ball to Romero. Switches out to the left-hand side towards Robinson. Robinson against Kulusevski, but the referee pulls it back for offside here. One Football and Google. You know, Dixter was talking about One Football before as well. One Football. Let me have a look at that. Oh, this football in the media company. The One Football app features live score statistics and news from 200. Interesting. I'll have to have a look at that website. Also, a website called 11v11. There was a lot of stats for the World Cup. Interesting. Romero into Bentancur. Højbjerg bringing the ball forward here. Out to the side towards Kulusevski. Kulusevski has Emerson Royal making the run behind, but it's over here. And Willian goes all the way back to the keeper here. Leno. Over the top towards Mitrovic. And that was a high foot by Romero, and that's going to be a yellow card. That was a high foot, that. Also, a website called 11. Oh, yeah, I read that. That was a high foot by Romero. '70th minute here. Robinson. 20 minutes left for Fulham. They've kind of petered out in this second half. They've lost that physical edge they had in the first half. Romero wins the battle against Mitrovic, but it comes out to Willian. Willian being held up by Højbjerg into the middle towards Paulinho, into Pereira takes it on the turn. Out to the left-hand side towards Willian. Willian brings the ball under control. He's got Kenny and Robinson. Who's he going to go for? He goes for neither of them and it falls to Paulinho. Switches it out to that right side towards Tete. Tete brings the ball under control. Backwards to Issa Diop on the halfway line. In towards Paulinho. Out to the left-hand side towards Robinson. The Fulham fans coming, trying to wake this Fulham team up. Kenny. In behind towards Robinson, but Emerson Royale is there. It goes out for a Fulham throwing here on the left-hand side. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1. Kenny from the throwing into Robinson. Backwards to Ream. Ream into Issa Diop on the centre circle. Out wide to Tete. Pereira. Backwards to Tete. And he goes all the way back to Issa Diop in the Fulham half. Fulham restart from the back. Ream on this right side, bringing the ball forward. Into the Tottenham half. Out to the left-hand side towards Willian. Willian holds the ball up. Goes backwards to Ream. Ream on the halfway line into Diop on the centre circle. In towards Pereira, who's in between the lines. Out wide towards Tete. Deckard over Reed, makes it run into the box, but it's ball point. Then it comes off the Tottenham player and it goes out for a corner here on the right side. Tete claims for a handball, but the referee's having none of it. Yo, what's your full-time prediction, Dindles? I thought Fulham were going to win this 2-1, but it just seems like one of those games for Fulham where they keep banging at the door, but they can't get a goal. What do you think, Dindles? Let me know in the chat. Here we go, the corner for Fulham with Pereira into the box. Ream with the header. But Kulusevski brings him down. And do you know what? If that was outside the box, that would have been given a free kick. But it's not being given. Romero now on the ball. Loses the ball to Kenny. Kenny. Oh, he just falls to the ground and is cleared away. And it goes out for a throwing. I said 2-1 Fulham as well. I said that to my my Fulham teacher fan, and I'm a QPR fan. But it just seems like one of those Dindles where they keep banging at the door, but they're just not getting anywhere. Emerson Royale with the throwing. Robinson wins the header. Headed on by Paulinho, but it falls to Kulusevski. Kulusevski battling out against Ream, but he tries to switch him, but there's no one there for Tottenham. And Tete finds Pereira. Back to Tete on the centre circle. Issa Diop now with the ball on the right side. Tete holding onto the ball here. Out wide towards Deckard over Reed. Backwards to Tete on the halfway line. Goes all the way back to Issa Diop. Here we go with the Ream on the centre circle. Bringing the ball forward into the Tottenham half. Out to the left-hand side towards Robinson, but he can't keep it in play. There goes out for the Tottenham throwing here down the left-hand side. How are we all doing? Fulham 0, Tottenham 1. th minute played. Emerson Royale to take the throwing here. Leno on the ball on the right side. In towards Tete. Kenny out to the left-hand side towards Willian. Willian 1-1 against the defender. He cuts it back towards Paulinho. Ball point to the box. Headed on by Mitrovic, but it goes out for a throwing here. Sorry, a goal kick down the left-hand side. How are we all doing? th minute here on Couch Sports Football. 75th minute played. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1, and Son is coming off here for Richarlison. Every time I've seen Tottenham play this season, Son has been absolutely nowhere. Son has been nowhere to be seen. Richarlison has come on now. Let's see what he can do here. Højbjerg goes out to that left-hand side. Højbjerg holds onto the ball. In towards Richarlison, but he can't find Son. Ream now on the ball. Out to the center side towards Robinson. Robinson 1-1 against Kulusevski. Feeds in behind to Willian. Willian against Emerson Royal. He cuts it back. Emerson Royal doing well to just hold him up. And he goes backwards to Højbjerg. Sorry, Paulinho. Battling out against Benson Cole. Switches it into Issa Diop on the halfway line. Out to that right side towards Tete. And he goes backwards to Issa Diop. Here we go with Ream on the centre circle. Bringing the ball forward. Into Robinson. Robinson holding the ball up. Goes backwards to Ream. Ream into Issa Diop on the centre circle. Out to the left side. But it's intercepted there by Kulusevski. And Tottenham come away with the ball with Harry Kane. Harry Kane holds onto it here. Gets away from Robinson. Sees Kulusevski make the run behind, but he holds onto it. Goes away from the defender. And he's brought down by Paulinho. And that's a free kick here for Fulham, and Tottenham are going to ask for a second foul. But the referee's having none of it. He gives Bentancur a yellow card there. But he's not going to give Paulinho a yellow card? Is that not his second yellow? Referee's having none of it. Interesting. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Are you a Fulham fan? Are you a Tottenham fan? Or are you just a fan of football? And Tottenham are a goal up with 12 minutes to go. But they have a free kick down the right side with Ivan Perisic. Can they get a second goal here and put this game to bed? Ivan Perisic puts the ball into the box. Is headed away and it comes out to Højbjerg down the left-hand side. Højbjerg holds the ball up here. Tries to feed him behind, but it comes back to him. Holds onto the ball, goes backwards to Bentancur. Bentancur takes it out of his feet. Backwards to Perisic. Perisic on the centre circle. Out to the left-hand side towards Højbjerg. Tete comes over to cover. Højbjerg takes it out of his feet. Switches it into the box. Dyer heads in the pass to Harry Kane. Harry Kane first time shot is wide. And I think there's going to be a substitution here. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we all from and who do we support? Are we Fulham fans? Are we Tottenham fans? Are we just fans of football? 79 minutes played, 11 minutes left of the 90 to go plus added time. Tete is coming off here for Solomon. Ream on the ball. Referee actually makes him go back for the goal kick here. How are we all doing? Ream on the ball on the 6-yard box, bringing it forward here. Goes backwards to Issa Diop. Out to that right side towards Decadova Reed. Looks to have tracked back. And it goes out for a Fulham throwing here on the trying side. Decadova Reed, fan of any team that is playing against Tottenham. Scuba culture there. Scuba Culture, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. Arsenal win the Premier League. So Arsenal win the Premier League, but Tottenham go on and win the Champions League. Do you accept it? Do you accept that? Arsenal win the Premier League, but in that same year, Tottenham go on and win the Champions League. Rather take second. Wow. Even though it's been since 2007, I think it is, when you last won the Premier League, you would still not take that? Kulusevski on the port. Can't get away from the challenge by Willian. It falls to Benson Court. And it goes out to that left-hand side towards Davis on the halfway line. I can wait another year. Wow. That's insane. Benton Corner takes on the turn. Out to that left-hand side towards Perisic, and it goes backwards to Davis. Okay, Scuba Culture, I'm asking you another question. Tottenham are fighting Man City for the title. Arsenal are playing Man City in the last game of the season. Currently, Man City are winning the title on goal difference. Arsenal have a penalty in the last minute of the game. If they score the penalty, they get into fourth place for the Champions League. Currently, they're saying fifth. But but scoring the penalty means the goal difference favors Tottenham, and Tottenham go on to win the league. Do you score the goal to get Champions League, to get a Champions League spot, or are you going to miss it and not give Tottenham that satisfaction? Take fifth? Wow! Robinson now the ball on this left side, bringing the ball forward here. He gets away from Romero, but his pass to Willian is misplaced, and it goes out for a throwing here for Tottenham to save Tottenham from winning the Champions League. Wow, Clayton there. Wow, you guys are insane. See, I'm a Manchester United fan, and do you know how they say, oh, if you win City, Liverpool win the title. If you win Liverpool, City win the title. If you win City, Liverpool win the title. You know, if you lose to City, Arsenal win the title. You know, for me, it's as simple. If it's not Manchester United who are winning the title, I couldn't care less who wins the title. It doesn't make a difference to me. I know a lot of fans, and don't get me wrong, it's just football nature to do that. Where you think, do you want to win and let the other person win? Or it's insane how football fans think. Football fans are the best fans in the world. You hear some beautiful stuff that come out of their head. Benson coming out of the ball. Looks like Tottenham are just trying to hold on to this 1-0 league, trying to run the clock down. Romero with the header. Willian heads it away. Pereira battling against Højbjerg. But Dyer's there. Højbjerg flicks it into the path of Richarlison. Richarlison takes another turn here on the right side. But he can't keep playing. It goes out for throwing. I don't want Man City winning. They are becoming increasingly annoying every year. But what makes it worse is, yes, they are getting annoying, but they don't have any fans. What's the point of winning everything when you don't have fans? That just shows, billionaires that are coming into world football buy a team that has a fan base. But my God, look at the fans Man City have. They can't even fill out a stadium. Ream on the ball here on the right side. Into the middle towards Mitrovic. Mitrovic brought down. Free kick to Fulham on the halfway line. Switch them out with Tottenham. Scuba Culture. You just think that, do you know the money that the Etihad owners, when they came over to Manchester City to buy him out, imagine they went to Man United instead because they saw they have a fan base and they thought, let's do this. Or Liverpool. Or a London team. Arsenal. Imagine they went to Arsenal at the time. With a fan base. They have a fan base. History would be so much different. See so many jerseys around this side of the pond. I bet you do, man. I bet you do. I know a lot of younger fans are Man City fans. Check this out. You know how I have a cousin, right? So my cousin, he's the oldest of three, right? So my cousin, he's a Manchester United fan, right? He's got a sister that's younger than him. That's a Liverpool fan. And then he's got a younger brother. That's a Manchester City fan. Imagine that. Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City. Do you think Todd Bowley is ruining Chelsea? No, I don't think he is, you know. I don't think he is. They do need to be careful that getting all these players on long-term contracts. That's how they're getting away with FFP. They're spreading the money across a long package. It's like 7-year deals, 6-year deals. That's long packages. The only thing I will say is they need to decide what kind of club they want to be. Do they want to be like old Chelsea where they chop and change, or do they want to go through how they are now with Graham Potter and build something? And I think with Graham Potter they're looking to build here. Question is, can they afford to be out of the Champions League? Now, let's be honest, it's only halfway through the season. There's a long way to go. They can easily get themselves back into it. A victory for Chelsea next game. If Chelsea win their next game and points go their way, they would push up to 6 if points go their way. So they're not that far away. It is very close towards the top, but I feel like Chelsea are on the knife edge right now. They're on that knife edge. It can go one of two ways. And for the Premier League, I hope it goes in the right direction. Fun discussion around the dinner table. Dude, it's insane. Insane. Mitrovic brings the ball. Vinicius brings the ball down on there. Oh, Lloris is forced into making a save there. Now, they made a substitution here. Now, I just want to make sure I know his name. Is it Carlos? How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. Corner down our right side for Fulham. Whips into the box, headed on by Mitrovic. And Højbjerg will clear it down the line. Wilson. Into the path of Ream, but it's in between the defenders, and Kulusevski gets the ball and the referee pulls it back here. Because I think Robinson goes down here. So who have they brought on? Carlos Vinicius, that's his name. Carlos Vinicius. I don't know what Unai Emery has done, but he has Aston Villa currently 1 point behind Liverpool and Chelsea. Well, is that more what he's done for Aston Villa, or is that how bad Liverpool and Chelsea are right now? Liverpool and Chelsea sit like 8th and 10th, if I recall correctly. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1, but he has turned it around there. He has turned it around. Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard sacked in the same season. Who would have thought that? I wonder what the odds were for that. Who put that bet on? Looks like Yves Bissouma's going to be coming on here. I have sympathy after last few years. Scuba Culture knows how bad it can get. Knows how bad it can get. Kulusevski coming off for Basuma, and that's just a defensive substitution. Telling Højbjerg in the middle, Benson Court. just to distribute the ball. Højbjerg brought down. Free kick for Tottenham here on the centre circle. One last conference call. Thanks as always for the stream, Scuba Culture. I appreciate you coming by. I will be live tomorrow where we have the semi-final first leg for the Carabao Cup. Why is it first leg? I don't know, but it is what it is. Aston Villa's main signing from Sevilla got injured at the start of the season, which is why Aston Villa didn't win that many games under Gerrard. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can't remember his name, but I know who you're on about. Imagine signing a player and then they get injured straight away. That's probably one of the worst feelings as a manager. You're like, yes, I get a new player to work with, and see you later, injured. Paulinho then, Højbjerg talking. Paulinho's having none of it. Tottenham have a free kick on the halfway line with Christian Romero to take it. World Cup winner, Christian Romero. Out to that left-hand side towards Harry Kane, who brings the ball under control. Into Richarlison. Back heels to Perisic. Whips the ball into the box towards Emerson Royale, but it's cleared away. Basuma into the pass of Bentancur. Takes it on the edge of the box, but it's intercepted there by Fulham. And can Fulham counter him? No, they can't, because Højbjerg wins the ball high up the pitch. He's got Harry Kane through the middle, but his pass is straight into the path of Pereira. In towards Kenny, who gets away from the challenge, but he loses the ball. And it falls to Basuma. Harry Kane on the halfway line. Into Richarlison. That's what Danny Ings did when he went to West Ham. How does Danny Ings move about? From Southampton. Did Danny Ings play for Liverpool? Was he ever at Liverpool? Why did I feel like he was for a moment? Or am I just like making it up? 6 minutes of added time with 3 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Harry Kane from the header. But it goes out for a goal kick here for Tottenham. Leno. Ings played for Liverpool, yeah. I think he was injured a lot through that period. I feel like he just couldn't get fit. Leno now from the goal kick. Clears the ball down the line. Headed away by Dyer. And it falls to Ream here on the side side. Ream. Goes short to Diop. And Diop comes back to Leno. Leno clears the ball now. In towards Mitrovic, but it's cleared away. Basuma can't get there. And it falls to Solomon down the left-hand side. Holds the ball up here. Goes backwards to Robinson. Robinson into Paulinho. Diop. Out to that right side towards Wilson. Is there a last chance here for Fulham? Robinson. Out to the left-hand side towards Solomon. Brings it central. Dinks into the box there. Paulinho brings the ball under control, but Emerson Royale is there. And he clears it out for a throwing. 94th minute. 1.5 of added time, ladies and gentlemen. It's Fulham 0. Tottenham 1 here on Cal Sports Football. Robinson with the ball into the box, headed away. Pereira heads it back from Harry Kane. But Romero is there. Ream with the ball out wide. Wilson can't get there. Goes out for a Fulham throwing here. With just over a minute to play. Fulham 0, Tottenham 1. Craven Cottage could come alive here. Robinson switches it out wide. Wilson brings the ball under control. Can't get away from Perisic, and Richarlison finds Perisic. But it goes out for a Tottenham throwing here. 1 minute to play. Someone's gone down here for Tottenham. I think it's Romero that's gone down here. against Mitrovic. Harry Kane there letting his players know what he wants. Coming to the dying minutes, but it goes out for a Fulham throwing here. Decadova Reed to take the throwing. In towards Carlos. Wilson. Out wide to Carlos on the right side. Puts the ball in towards Mitrovic. Headed away by Dyer. Højbjerg finds Richarlison, but it's cleared away. Only cleared, Perisic with the clearance away. Falls to Robinson here on the centre circle. Backwards to Reed. 96th minute here on Cow Sports Football. Whistles being blown by the Tottenham fan. Flicked on by Mitrovic into Carlos, but it's Emerson Royale who clears it away. And it goes out for a throwing here on the left-hand side. Taken by Solomon. Into Kenny. Solomon. Into Robinson. Last chance here for Fulham. Ball whipped into the box, but it comes off the defender, Harry Kane. And Reem goes short to Pereira. Game carries on here. Reem out to the sector side towards Robinson. And the referee blows for full time here on Cow Sports Football. It's Fulham 0, Tottenham 1, and that doesn't push Tottenham further up the table, but it gets them closer to top 4, and Harry Kane equals the leading goals by Tottenham here on Cow Sports Football. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every single one of you that came by. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to call it there. I'll see you tomorrow where we have a Carabao Cup semi-final. Until next time. Love yourself, love your neighbors, and take care.